Hey guys, so I want to do something real quick before I go to a live that I need to do on TikTok. If anybody shows up, I um my whole day got screwed up because my dog keeps getting out. So, anyways, I want to explain something about location. Then I'll show you what I'm looking at on the map and what I've been doing for Mamta. Um, and I played that on Google, and that's how apparently you say it. So hopefully I'm saying it right. All right. So I spent about 2 or 3 hours on the map yesterday. The hard thing with this one is there's not really anything that she's giving that's like specific. Like for instance, with Dylan, it was between two borders. So with Riley, it was the second curve. Sometimes it's straightforward like that. Sometimes it's not when there's so many places. Names are sometimes hard to pick up and whatnot. So what I have to do when I'm on the map is see where I'm drawn to. So the last map that I did, it's just areas that I'm drawn to. And that could be for various reasons. It doesn't necessarily mean it has anything to do with her. And this is why I tell you guys it's very hard for me on a map because I can get pulled where he worked, where she worked, where he drove, where he dropped things off, places he went, etc., etc. So it's not always just where a body is, and also places that are relevant to completely other cases. I've been trying to get better at location. It is very hard. Location is one of the hardest things for me because it's hard to zone in on that energy. Some people do really well, some people don't. I saw a comment today and I muted the person telling me that I didn't, I must not be psychic, I can't locate. If you watch my stuff, you know better. But location is tough. Anybody that tells you location is easy is full of it. And it's very, very hard to get an exact area. We can get within miles or whatever. So there is one spot that I keep being drawn to the word. Sometimes it's like a pull to a word. And if I don't say it and she happens part of her happens to be by there, then I'll be upset. So last night I was on the map and I was asking the rods all different kinds of questions. Now rods again are an extension. A bug in my hair. Rods are an extension of you. Just like if you see my tools video that I did, I kind of go into that. I have absolutely no idea where she is, so I kind of have my mind blank. But it's the same time, just because I'm saying this does not mean. It just means this is an area I'm pulled to, and it would be nice if it was checked or if someone could tell me that it's been searched. So I'm kind of pulled to the hemlock area. I keep being pulled to that name, and when I ask my rods, it keeps saying yes. There are railroad tracks by there. It is a mountainous area. She's not far off of a road because I guess he's probably disabled. Some of her could be in the water. Some of her could be somewhere else. My rods are saying no to water, which is weird because, like I said, her Saturn is retrograde in Pisces. So she could be near water or in water. I just didn't feel a lot of water, and it depends on what part we're picking up on because, as we all unfortunately fear, she may not be intact. So that's one area that my rods keep saying yes to, is the hemlock area. The Bull Run is another area that I'm very much drawn to, and this is back by her house because I got to thinking about the cards. And I'm thinking that the reason why I felt like further away was because I was picking up when he went, because I got the C word and I kept hearing that song Chantilly. And I was hearing that song again last night. And I was like, why am I hearing that song again? I don't know. I don't know if there's evidence there somewhere, if it's just relevant to like because he went there, his energy was there or something like that. It makes more sense to me that he would have been kind of tired after doing all of this if he is disabled. So I started looking closer to home because I did pull the home card. The home card can be because something took place in the home, or it could be she's not far from the home. Home and neighborhood. I did notice there's a school by there as well. But where I'm looking at is the hemlock area, and I got a very, very sharp pain in my chest over there. Again, Could be her, may not be. Another road that I was asking the rods about was, because I'm just asking places that I'm very like drawn to. Birmingham Drive. I was asking about that one as well. So I'm just gonna pull it up and show you. I feel like I wanted a cough and stuff, and I feel that same way now. I didn't really look close to the home because of the C word, the chantilly, the pings, all of that. But I don't know, she could be really spread out. But the rods keep saying yes to the hemlock area. So I just need I don't know if it's been searched. It might be a place to look into. Because that and Bull Run, I've kind of been pulled to both of those, and I got Bull somewhere in my pool list. So hold on one second. So I have been like I tell people don't know like how much I drive myself crazy on certain cases for location because I can see it so clearly in my head, but finding it is a whole nother story. And because I'm pulled to so many different areas for different reasons and see words that maybe I've gotten before, it's tough. It's not easy for me. It's not an easy thing for me. I wish it was easier. That was kind of the whole point of learning astrology, which with the heat and everything, things have been on hold, but thankfully, um, the gift is a lot better than my other one. So I needed it 2 months ago. All right. So as you guys know, they searched Signal Hill Park today. I don't think, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It is a park, right? Um, I mean, that's kind of like out in the open. I mean, there's woods there, but I didn't realize they lived by a school. So, because I didn't really look really close to here, I just felt he drove, which he did. He drove around a lot. So I'm having a hard time tracking him. It seems like the people that I'm having a hard time tracking, they drive around a lot. So this hemlock is where I'm kind of drawn to right here. And my chest keeps hurting so bad in this area, and I keep wanting to cough. So whether that's her or not, I don't know. That and Bull Run are two areas I've kind of been drawn to. Now, it would obviously have to be an easy area because apparently he has disabilities. So, but what I did notice, there's a cemetery here, there's a church here, which I know it's not like, I get it. It's, and there's railroad tracks here. And it's like within like 20 something minutes. So it also looks mountainous to me or higher elevation. There's still water here. There's actually Bull Run seems to go all around here. And there's a road. I mean, there's this road right here. Um, yeah, see, there's water right here. And I remember we did get like private property. I mean, the thing is could he drive through here? I don't know. Everything looks so different on a map and then in real life. So really, it has to be people from the area are gonna have to help me with this. Like, what is this place like? It looks like it's, pretty wooded. Um, it doesn't have opening and closing times. Um, and I don't know if it's just a random spot off the wood, like if she's actually in Hemlock Overlook, or if it's just like a random spot close by here, because we have to take into considerability he probably didn't walk way in. She's probably very close to a road, very close to off a road. Um, I always have a hard time, and I know these are like very boring videos, and I'm sorry, but I have to put it out there because if I don't and say she's found, um, or if it can help, if they can at least look, you know, and I just don't know if she's like, I think it's more of a, she's got to be close to the road. Anyways, I don't feel good at this area. I started getting really bad chest pains here, like really, really bad chest pains. So that's another reason I'm like, what the heck is going on with me? Because they're not mine. They came out of nowhere. Um, so I mean, I don't know if this area makes sense because there are houses and stuff, which I mean, that's never stopped a perpetrator before. Um, and it could just be a reference point that they keep giving me. Um, I'll ask the rods again. Let's see. Let's put me full screen real quick. Might cut this out. I don't know. Are some of Mamta's physical remains by hemlock? I don't know if you can guys see, but it's crossing. Yes. Are some of Mamta's physical remains by Bull Run? Are some of Mamta's physical remains by hemlock? It keeps crossing. It's done that every time. And you know how many places I've asked? Probably 100. And I wasn't getting a cross. So I just would like to know if it's been checked. I'm not saying exactly that area, but close to that area. You know, an area easy, someplace that's easy for him to get to. And I don't know if he would know this area. It seems like I don't know if they're telling me that area because if you go around you can get there, but I mean if you also go out through the back of the house. Obviously he drove her remains in the car somewhere because he took the car to have it cleaned. So obviously her remains were in there at some point. That's why I don't think she's really close, but it's got to be in driving distance. And my rods, I think we might be looking at a few different locations. But all I know is I don't feel good here, and it could be, I mean, it could be anything. And I'm starting to cough now and stuff, but because I still have it pulled up, it could be somebody else. I don't know. I don't know. Um, it's that could be a reference point, but I think off the roads, near wooded areas by these state parks is because I didn't even know there was other state parks surrounding her. I think the first video that I did, I was like, well, she could be behind here, behind her house, and I didn't release that because I decided to do it over. But just a little bit, maybe further, not exactly behind her house. You know what I mean? Like this is 28 minutes. That could be another reason for 30. I don't know. I'm just like you. I'm just trying to put everything together. Only I feel certain things on a map and I feel pools on a map. And it looks different in my head than it does on the map. So that's hard. And so it's like, why am I being pulled here? Why do I feel like I want to cough? Why is my chest hurting? Like my chest hurts so bad. Be straightforward, please. Thank you. Thank you. Are some of Mamta's remains in hemlock or by hemlock? Are some of Mamta's remains by hemlock? See, I always get a cross yes for that. Are some of Mamta's remains by Buckhill? Are some of Mamta's remains by Clifton? Which is kind of doing almost a yes for Clifton, which is not close, not far. Are some of Mamta's remains in Manassas Park? And it's giving me a yes for that. I don't know if they've checked there. So those are two areas. But I was kind of drawn to like are some of Mamta's remains in Bull Run Regional Park? Or some of Mamta's remains in Bull Run Regional Park. See, it doesn't give me anything for that. So, because I'm really drawn to Route 66 too for some reason. Or some of Mamta's remains in Manassas National Park. See, it's swinging yes for that one. Or some of Mamta's remains by Hemlock. Or some of Mamta's remains by Hemlock. It's giving me a yes for that too. So those are two areas. I just know I don't feel good here. So whether that's her or not, I don't know. But I mean, the unaliving did take place by here, not far. So that's something to consider too, I guess. But it was when I was on Hemlock, I was sitting on the couch and I was just looking at the map. People don't understand how long I stay on a map for, and then I have to end up taking a break. Otherwise I'll just be there forever. Where did the Manassas Park at? And this could just be these could be reference points. I don't know if they've searched that. Everything looks so different on a map, you know? But, and it just could be, again, these could be reference points. I mean, maybe he went to two different places. I mean, I am really drawn to the word Bull Run, so I don't know. There's just something about that, something about that. I kind of feel the pull like I did when I was looking, trying to help Chastity, and I got pulled to that word Sandy. It's kind of like that pull feeling. But I think it's so hard because, again, he was driving around, and I'm sure that in the reading we picked up places he'd been to, or evidences or whatever. But I'm not saying that's where she's at. I'm just saying the rods are giving me yeses, and it would be nice if it hasn't been looked at, if they look at it. So I'm not trying. I never ever want to make people run in circles or go on wild goose chases. But if I don't say it and it ends up being able to help, then we're screwed. We're screwed if I don't put it out. So, I just want to help. That's it. I've been driving myself crazy with this case. Like, once I get in a case, it's like becomes obsession. With the location thing, even though I know, and please understand this, everybody will get found when and if and how they're supposed to be found. And I'm driving myself crazy because her Saturn is in retrograde in Pisces, so retrograde is a delay in finding the body. Saturn is the body. So I'm probably knocking my head against the wall for no reason because it's going to take a while. So do keep that in mind. And again, Pisces can be obviously by a water area, but I'm just not sensing a whole lot of area. I feel like there's water in the area, but for some reason, and I'm not saying like it's more like covered or dropped off like the side of the road, because for interest, I keep also getting a reference to, which is interesting, Cheryl Coker, because Cheryl Coker was just off the side of the road in a random spot. Which is where a lot of people do that. Stephanie Parze, that reading, and that reference had come up. That was off the side of the road. So I think roads are important. Off the road is important. Somewhere he could pull off and just do real quick. That's the way it's kind of coming to me. And I have absolutely no idea why I'm seeing a silver bell right now. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's the bell of a church. I don't know if it's a word. I don't know if it's symbolic for something else. Maybe you guys know. Sometimes I just get random stuff, but anything I get, I like to share with you, whether you want to watch it or not. At least it's there. So I hope people understand how location works. Like I said, sometimes it's easier for some people and sometimes it's not. Unfortunately, I really struggle with it because I can't. I get pulled to different spots for different reasons, and I can't. It's not like something hits me upside the head and said, "Yeah, that's right." Other than in this area, I can't breathe, and I had a really bad chest pain. But there's nothing that's like. It's not like they're whispering in my ear. Yeah, that's it. Oh, you got it. It's just like I notice myself going back to the same area multiple times, and wanting to look at it and feeling like an obsession feeling with that. And when I keep seeing that word, I'm just like pulled into it. So again, it could be a reference point, like she could just be around there somewhere. So I'm having a hard time breathing ever since I've hit that area for some reason. Anyways, so I just wanted to kind of put that out. Just because we're psychic doesn't mean we know everything. It doesn't mean we're just able to like just locate bodies all the time. Otherwise, guess what? There'd be no missing people if it worked like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't. There still has to be a way that things happen. So I wanted to put this out. I guess I have to go and try to work now.